Good morning, San Antonio and the surrounding areas. You know who you are. And in case you forgot,
London, Petite, Japan.
that's right.
Different order.
It's a different order. It's okay. Rory Ann Smith, everybody. It is Friday. She is back.
Happy
Back
Friday.
by popular demand.
Happy Friday, everyone.
The demand was hers, by
It's
the
only
way.
me and my cousins.
How you doing, Rory?
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Doing good.
You
Not too
look
bad.
great.
It's been a long week.
Mm-hmm.
But I am very excited. Friday is finally here.
Tell me about it. It was a great week. Was it a great
Oh
week?
man, it was. No, I've had better weeks. I'm gonna be honest. I had some.
Oh.
No, actually, it's been a long week. I got my dad. I went to, him being in the hospital, and my sister. Unfortunately, had to put her dog down, and that was really sad for the kiddos. But we did have some upstarts too with my nephews having a confirmation and his first confirmation, and the other nephew had a birthday, turned 22. So yeah, and then my again, bless you, whoever sneezed in my ear.
You.
So
we felt it back here.
Yeah. Hey, so but
air condition issues.
No, but it's been an interesting week. We were at Constable Brown's, Cat Brown's office the other day.
That was pretty exciting.
That was pretty neat, and then we had a new sponsor, so with Mia's, and so we're very excited. It's a good week, though. Actually.
Yes, it has.
How about you? How was your week?
It's been a great week. Yeah, yesterday I was able to spend some time with my mom and my aunts, which are her sisters, and my mom's aunts, which is my great aunts. And it was a great morning. It was really nice at a restaurant, and to be with older people. They're so wise,
right?
And they only want to tell you their philosophy of life. You're like, you're just listening, because you don't know how long you're gonna have with your parents or your family, and you don't know when they're gonna be gone. So it's like, it's fun. It's just you gotta take advantage of those times.
I did get a chance to spend time with my dad yesterday. I got to spend a few hours with him. Lynette was with the girls, and
I saw that.
Yeah, they had a little lunchtime and stuff, and that's really cool. It's how all of us kind of hang out. I mean, you hung out with Margaret the other day.
We went to this first game.
That's pretty cool.
That was fun. Margaret is such a hoot.
She is.
My stomach was we just laughed so much. It was just hanging out with some people who there's no talking about anyone. It's just pure fun.
Yeah.
And she's good people, and
she is. She's good people.
Yeah, just
and
laughed.
Did y'all even see the game at all?
Maybe. It was fun.
That's funny. Who won?
I think we lost.
But
it was a very close game. It was a very close game. You know what I mean? They got their run for the money, and to tell you who they played, I have no idea. But yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. And one of the things that a buddy of mine said he saw you at the Queen's Ride concert.
Yes, that was.
So
Sunday.
It's really
Sunday.
We really have to have a segment called Rory's World, just where you just record somewhere where you've been, and then.
It's Jeff.
Oh, that's right, Jeff Tate by itself. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's not Queen's Ride.
Exactly.
That's weird. It's weird because. He's singing all Queen's Ride songs.
Exactly. No, not all.
No,
not all. He plays a lot of his own songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when he went off of himself, can't play all the Queen's Ride songs.
Gotcha.
Which was fun. I saw your friend there.
Who's that?
You're the comedian friend from the Tres Leches.
Oh yeah, Roman Garcia. That's right.
There.
Yeah. So
we're in the front.
That's it. So a lot of stuff happening.
Yes.
One of the things I was gonna say is, with the fiesta and stuff coming about.
Final Four.
What's it?
Final
Four? Actually, Final Four. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got any?
Prices
you going down
crazy.
to the Final Four at all?
I don't think I donated a liver for that or a kidney for that. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Aren't the packages crazy? Like starting like at $600 or something like that.
I want you to do me a huge favor. Valley, come over here real quick. Come in here. I want to share. Yeah, I'm going to give you this really quick because I want you to go ahead and tell everybody really quick about if they want to be a guest on our show, because I got to go to a little comic show.
Sticky room.
Hello, everyone. Good
This
morning.
She's the little.
I'm the
techie
booker.
Girl. She's also a techie girl. Yeah.
Right. I'm the booker. I guess if you have an upcoming event, if you're with a nonprofit or just want people to know more about you, you can reach out to me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Valerie_Romo. You can always message Rory, Cleto, Lynette, anyone on the team. Provide them your phone number, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
And sponsorship as well.
Oh,
Are
yes,
we
we're
interested?
looking for sponsorship. If anybody would like to run a commercial on our show, y'all can reach out to us. We're looking for new commercials, new sponsors, and just trying to get more people to come on. And summertime is coming. I'm sure there's all kinds of summer events that people would love to know about.
Exactly, and that's who comes on our show. They want to promote their weekend, the fiesta, a lot of events. So that's how you get we love to give you that information as a service to our viewers. Don't we do
Right,
that? And
right.
we love it.
We love it. We love hanging out.
Yes.
I think that we finally have a little group of
It's
a
good
group that likes
combination.
to be hanging out, doing different events. So you can always get one of us to come hang out at your event.
Exactly. We'll be happy to as well. Every single one of us we're all about it. Let's go.
So yesterday we did go out to lunch a little bit. We were out at the Hemisphere, and I had not been out there since they like renovated it in a sense. I hadn't even I had no idea that all those little restaurants were out there. Like,
do you remember back in the 80s?
Yeah.
Remember when they had like little stores, the little houses were
Yeah.
little tiny stores?
Now
And
they're like little different things out
do you
there.
remember when there was a park and then they had like little ice cream and hot dogs and hamburgers
Little vendors,
and a little
yeah.
playground?
Yes.
And then they had amusement.
Yeah.
things.
I was
That's
surprised to
showing my
see.
age there.
I was surprised to see. I don't know if you remember back in the day at the zoo, they used to have the gondolas that would.
Yes.
Well, they had two of them. Just like, I guess somebody got them and fixed them up, and they just had them sitting out there, and it just like was like, wow, so many like
they auctioned them out when they had
memories.
closed that down.
Yeah.
And the reason I know that is my neighbor had two of them
sitting out in the backyard.
Yeah,
They're like, let's take selfies, right?
They did the same thing for Kitty Park on Broadway.
Yeah, I
A lot of the
noticed.
stuff
I
was
noticed.
donated and stuff
I used
like
to go to
that.
Kitty Park. I remember
Me
going on the little roller
too.
coaster, the little
My
water
kids-
roller
My
coaster.
kids had birthday parties
Yeah,
there too, because it's
yeah.
pretty cheap. It's not like now.
Yes.
Now people have birthday parties and they're like $35 a kid.
Extravagant. Yeah, it's like, wow.
Crazy. I read somewhere where there was this man who invited his like 9 little girls to go to Build-A-Bear, and they all were picking out bears and the clothing and everything. And at the end of the party, the father asked the little kids to give their bear to the daughter as a gift.
Oh,
Isn't that
wow.
horrible? I thought that was horrible.
They
I
probably
thought-
should have given a pre-warning ahead of time saying, pick something that my
Exactly.
daughter would like, and that way she'll remember that you gave her this. Wow.
I didn't mean to go off the wrong.
Oh, no, it's okay. Just a lot of Final Four stuff going on. You know, we were out there, and there were 2 helicopters hovering over for the longest, and then we saw the blimps.
2 blimps, yes.
And there's like this little area where people were like just walking around and putting their feet in the water. I said, I'm going to bring my towel next time so that I can walk and get my feet wet.
Did you see how beautiful decorated it is with the ball and the basketballs on the intersections?
Yeah, we could see the
and
back
they're lit
of,
up at night. They're really pretty.
Wow,
Y'all
that'd be
need
a
to
nice
go at
picture.
night. Yes.
We saw just the back of the stage where the performances are going to go on.
Oh, okay.
But Cleto is back. Thank you for letting me share the spotlight with you guys today. Happy Friday.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you to
Bye.
Val. Valerie Romo is our PR person, so we're very excited to have her on team here with us. And you know, nature calls sometimes, and you just never, you never
You
know.
could at least close the door. I saw y'all.
You know, I mean, it's like I want to thank Pepe for having one of the best restrooms in the world. It's like Buc-ee's around here.
Yes.
So, huh?
And close by.
And
Well,
close
he's got
by.
a lot. That's great.
Let's do a quick roll call before we bring our guest in, because I don't want to waste any time.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Michael Flores says, "Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
my friend.
Michael. We
Good
miss you,
morning,
bud.
Michael, say hi to mom. She's with mom.
See, all y'all
Fish
ladies
fry.
are going out with each other. Me and Mike are going to go hang out, on here as well.
Fry.
Fish fry, that's
today
right.
at Paul.
There you go.
I need to make it out there. I really do.
You know what? I missed it last week. I might have to go today.
Let's go.
Yeah, I
Let's go as a
think so.
group.
That'd be
We're
cool.
bumping.
Wanting to go.
Okay, Brian Smith, Pepe from Taco and Salsa says, "Good morning."
Good morning, Pepe.
Good morning, husband. Good morning.
Bedia night tonight.
Anna
4 to
Sandoval
9.
says, "Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday."
Who's that?
Ana Sandoval.
Anna Sandoval, that's our producer right here. That's
Who
our
again?
producer. Julie, that's the
Julie.
campaign manager.
Oh, okay, okay. Julie Legend says, "Good morning, happy Friday." Thank you. I was like, Valerie? Who's Valerie? Good morning.
Rory,
Yeah.
Rory, you read these comments like it's a ransom note.
Oh,
I'm gonna let me go now.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
just kidding. Go ahead.
I try.
I'm
really
just
do.
kidding.
My nerves are still going, and then I have to do this, and then I want to drop
She
the
gets
ball,
frazzled
and then
really
yeah,
easy.
I do.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, man. And then, okay, Linda Leos Cabellos. Good morning, my friend.
Linda?
Yeah, Lydia.
Oh, Lydia.
Lydia. Hola,
She's
mis
on here?
gentes
Lydia.
hermanas. Oh,
Lydia.
Good talk the other day. It was
That's
really
my girl,
nice.
Lydia, right there.
And let's see. Lydia says, "Good morning, beautiful ladies." Maxine.
Maxine Olivo?
Yes. She
Hi,
says,
Maxine.
Good morning. Excuse me. Michael Flores says, "The wife and I went to Commonwealth on Monday morning."
Very cool.
What's Commonwealth?
That's like
Restaurant.
it's
Oh,
like
it's a restaurant.
It's out there in that hemisphere.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's jury duty. Anyway,
Leo Garza says, "Good morning, ladies."
Brother Leo.
Good morning, ladies.
Hey.
Leo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Brian Hudges says, "Good morning, everybody."
Brian who?
Good morning. Hudges.
Hudgens. Okay.
Yes. Hughes. Excuse me.
Brian Hughes.
Hughes.
That's my cousin from Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama's in the house, everybody. Roll Tide.
Good morning.
Roll Tide. Matter of fact, he's supposed to be coming, I believe. No, not. Was that Byron or Brian?
Brian.
Okay, I think Brian is coming in May.
He is?
I think they're coming in May, and I invited him to come on the show to say hello to everybody. So that's going to be a treat for everybody.
Leo Garza says, "Good morning, Cleto."
Morning, brother.
Michael Flores says, Y'all come help at 4 p.m. with fish fry."
He said, "Come help." He said, "Come help at 4 p.m." He didn't say, "Come eat."
We're not cheap.
Yeah, come help. I work for a plate.
Exactly.
Let me tell you.
Grace Hernandez says, "Good morning from Grace Hernandez from the Golden Seniors
Yes.
at St. Matthews."
Now, St. Matthews, I want to let you know, Grace, tell all your seniors we need them to come to the senior fiesta at Wonderland Malls of America. We're going to be going live from there on the the 1st, May 1st. So whatever that May 1st is, we're going to be going live from there, Rory and myself.
Yes.
So make sure to come on out. Tell your seniors we'd love to see y'all.
You know I love yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brian Hudges says,
Hughes.
I want to say Hudges. Says,
we're going to have reading class here today.
Sorry. Okay. And I always say Portofino. I don't care. He knows I'm kidding. He came out live last night and he was speaking in Spanish.
Yeah.
And I said, "¿Dónde están los baños?" What's up, guys? And Michael Flores says, "Yeah, I got y'all's plates." Yeah.
All right, there you go. Right. Well, without further ado, we'd like to go ahead and introduce our first guest, our only guest today.
Yes.
But it's we've been having the mayoral candidate race happening and showcasing a lot of the candidates here and giving them a platform to go ahead and share their viewpoints with everybody out here. So again, we have another candidate with us in this. You want to go and introduce our candidate?
Oh, go ahead. Let me see.
I don't want to steal all of it right there.
I don't.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
so we want to go ahead. I was going to let you do it, but
okay,
it's all right.
okay. I wasn't ready yet.
That's
Go
all
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead. We want to go ahead and introduce Robert Melvin. He is running
Robin
for mayor.
D.
Everybody,
Melvin.
come on in, Robert.
Look at this.
Come on in. Look at this sharp dressed man right here. How you doing, sir?
Oh my
Come on
goodness.
in. Come on in.
How are you?
Good
Yes,
morning.
we're doing great.
Good morning, handsome.
Good morning.
Look
How
at this
are
man.
Let's go ahead and hand him your mic really quick there, Rory. And welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it. I know you're one of the most busiest candidates so far that I've read. My campaign manager, Valerie, has been telling me that this guy has been hitting it hard.
We're out there. We're in the streets. We're trying to listen to as many of the voices as we can, and we're not being shy about where we're headed. We're deep south, deep west, deep east. Really trying to make sure that we catch the voice of the people, and that this is an opportunity for us to represent San Antonio in a new and exciting way.
Let me ask you. First off, I've been asking all the candidates this one question. It's like, what made you throw your hat in this race? I mean, what was it about that something that just caught you and said, I need to do something?
So there's a lot of things. San Antonio has a special grip. I moved here 20 years ago to serve as Governor Perry's small business advocate.
Okay.
And in doing so, I work with small businesses and we help them grow, both domestically and internationally. And I launched my company in 2010. And if it were not for the people of San Antonio, for the subcontractors that worked with me on my projects, I could have never have accomplished what I have. And so, having had the experiences of making payroll and seeing the many faces of the families that, really depended upon, that check, you grow a special kind of love for this place. And in doing so, you also see a lot of inadequacies present within our system, right? And things that are prohibiting growth and that are acting as barriers for certain types of development and certain types of locations. So I think it's an opportunity for us to really take charge and streamline the process for small businesses to engage in the city of San Antonio.
Yes, the small businesses have been a big, like it's one of, I've noticed in this race, for some reason, small businesses has been mentioned so many times. And, and I think because of the economy and where it's at and what we're doing and how we're, it's like with this past election, national election, it's like, everything is, I'm starting to realize, and I've kept up with politics myself, but it's starting to realize that it all trickles down to the small business.
Well, I would change that. It starts with the small business.
Okay.
Like the small businesses account for 99% of the jobs created in the city of San Antonio.
I can see that.
They are responsible for, the majority of the employers in the city of San Antonio. So I think quite opposite. I think that when you look at the value of small business collectively, its impact on our economy is insurmountable. But because our small businesses are small and you may only have 10 employees, and if you hit an economic hardship, its impact on the greater good is not felt as much.
Right.
And because it's not felt, it's overlooked.
Yep.
And so I think, in an environment post-COVID where you have a lot of small businesses that are still reeling, trying to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle back together, this is an opportunity for us to shine a light and make San Antonio known for our entrepreneurship kind of ecosystem. Small businesses thrive here. That is the identity of who we are, our very lifeblood.
And if you have a question for Robert Melvin, please, put it in the comments here. We'd love to go ahead and read that during roll call.
What?
Go
Let
ahead.
me ask you a question. What brings you to San Antonio coming from Cashmere Gardens, Texas?
So, I have a storied past, just like we all do. Grew up the youngest.
Mine, you need a drink with.
Not that bad. So I grew up in Cashmere Gardens, 5th Ward. The youngest of 7, a single parent household, got involved in things that, caught the attention of people that I should not have. Found myself in a Scared Straight program, which, scared me straight. It worked. And I asked my sister if I could go and live with her in Tennessee just to change the environment. And what it provided me was structure and it gave me an opportunity just to really, lean into education. And from there, I went on to undergrad at Xavier University in New Orleans.
Nice university.
Thank you. Very proud. And Michigan State College of Law.
Oh, okay.
And while in law school, I was working for Jennifer Granholm. And then I was recruited by Governor Perry to come and serve as the small business advocate. And so that's what got me back to my home roots.
Very nice.
That is nice.
Representing Texas there.
100%.
One question that we do ask is being the mayor, if you're elected mayor.
When?
Yes, when you are.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Hey, San Antonio, we
I
don't
said
play.
it right.
I love that.
This ain't not asking. We believe in speaking things into existence.
I love it.
Exactly.
So go
Manifest
ahead.
it, yeah.
What would you like to leave as your legacy for the city? What's your vision?
Man,
One thing, like how our we have mayors who have theater, we have
Yeah, nah, I think it's
we brought the Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
What would be your thing?
What would be your
nah,
thing? What would be
we
you like?
we got to talk about those domes, but
One thing, yeah.
yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we're operating, at or 20% poverty
Exactly.
as a community. Our third graders have a reading proficiency that is in the lower 30 percentile. That's a precursor for future success. These are data-driven analytics that lets us know where we will be based on the data sets today. So my legacy is the kids. Making sure
teachers.
well, you can't have a child who's not in an environment where they can learn. And it's about rethinking what those environments look like, right? So my legacy is reducing this poverty rate and empowering our next generation to get more active. I mean, they used to tell us that we were the future. I just, everywhere we went, during, you're the future, you're going to be the next X, Y, and Z. So it's about allowing them to believe and to appreciate that they truly can become and do whatever they want.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Robert Melvin. Okay. Thank you so much.
That time of year again, time to review, enroll, and ask questions about your health insurance. AHIA is here to help you navigate all your options stress-free.
Look, I'm no insurance expert, but I do know one thing. If you're calling your cousin Chewy for insurance advice, you're doing it all wrong.
AHIA is dedicated to serving San Antonio with personalized care. Contact them. Local service, real people, trusted expertise.
AHIA, it's about family.
Hey, if you're looking for a house and you're looking to get out of your house, we have the right person for you. Margaret Sandoval, our very own realtor. You want to give her a call. She works very, very hard to go ahead and find you the best deal you want. That you're looking for economy, if you're looking for, space, if you're looking for just a place of your own that you can just make brand new memories in, she's got you covered. All you have to do is give her a call. She will work day and night to make sure that you are satisfied with your purchase. Not only that, but do it at a highest standard, meaning finding you the most economical house and get you that's on the market today and get you the best deal. So give Margaret Sandoval a call today. She's waiting by the phone. Thanks. I'm going to ask him a question, then we'll go to roll call. All right, guys, we're back, and we're here at Mi Familia. We're at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa. I'm sorry, we're talking about Mi Familia.
Yeah.
We're at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, 12820 Jones Maltzberger, home of the Where's Cleto show, and we're very excited to be here every Friday, guys. Make sure to come on out tonight. It's BDN night from 4 to 9. Come on out, and also if you want to go ahead and get your fish, and you can't wait to get to St. Paul's at 5 o'clock, make sure to go ahead and come on by here and grab his brand new fish plate. It is phenomenal. I've had it with the chipotle sauce. Oh, it's great. I don't know if you're hungry, Robert, but they have some good food here.
I wasn't, but you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
My stomach going.
Well, I have to, I've been asking all the candidates so far this one question. I want to see what your take is. I'm a stand-up comic. I've been performing all over the country, and I go to different cities, and I've seen some the homeless population really growing in different cities, and San Antonio is really getting up there with like the Seattles and the LAs and all that. And what is your take on this year, and what do you plan on doing about it?
Certainly. So I've been working with a local firm, West East Design, and they have the first trauma-informed design studio.
Okay.
So they have developed what is potentially a solution that can be deployed for victims of PTSD.
Okay.
So when we look at our homeless population, we have to be aware that 75% of our homeless are veterans.
Yeah.
And so they've partnered with Town Twin Village, with a gentleman by the name of, oh my gosh, he's going to kill me, Mark Whittick. And they are currently deploying a system that is being replicated all over the country. And what it is that we're identifying who these individuals are, helping them get their life back on track through an identification. I mean, just think about if you're trying to start over and you don't have a license, where do you begin? And so it's about assigning them a caseworker, identifying who they are, and then putting them in the appropriate program to help them level out, whether that is mental health related issues, substance abuse, what have you. and then they can then go to an environment like a Town Twin Village where they can get that care to help them begin to re-establish themselves in the community. They currently serve over 2,000 residents, and it's a growing program, but there's a lot that has to be done. There is no one trick, but we first have to acknowledge that it is an issue.
I missed it. Did you say this is your organization, or is this your friend's organization?
These are local organizations that I have worked with that are thought leaders in how to solve for this issue.
Oh, okay.
And they've deployed solutions that have been, again, modeled all over the country. They've been, written about in Inc. magazine, Entrepreneurial Weekly, and all of the publications for the notoriety. But what we need to do is double down and help them really expand that model in a manner that can be.
We can see organizations just like that.
Absolutely.
Is there any committees that you are in the city that we would like to know about, like committees that serve the city, like in district, or any kind of committees that you are for San Antonio?
I don't. What do you mean committees?
Like committees, like are you like
on board of directors?
Board of directors or anything?
Yeah, I'm past, and for those that know, I am past that point in my life. I do not serve on boards any longer. I've done it for the last 25 years.
Oh, okay.
I've helped grow, nonprofits from start to finish. I'm taking a break, but I've served on Greater SATX. I've served on Brook City Base Board. I've served as chairman of San Antonio for Growth on the East Side. I've served as chairman for Big Austin. I mean, I've done my duty in service.
Well, let's go ahead and get some comments here on our roll call that we have here.
Julie Legend, which is your guy, he says Robert Melvin for mayor, and they give the information. Ballot number 3, vote for unity changes. Vote for Robert Melvin. Let's see, Chavez, Stephanie, Pepe, Taco Salsa is awesome. Thank you. Yes, it is awesome.
I love this. This is so.
Roman Garcia says, I'm so thinking about running for mayor too. Thoughts?
Who is this?
Roman Garcia, my best friend.
Yeah, jump on in. It's only 27.
I know. It's only
join the party. Make it 28.
Yvette,
I like that.
My cousin,
I like that.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you.
I like,
Eric Velasquez says.
See, I don't know if you read through that, because I read right through that. Goes, hey, why not? Come on, everybody, jump on this race. Let's go.
Look, this is may the best man win. We see
this last man standing.
I do have a question. Eric Velasquez says, what is your stance on police department and handling complaints in the department from bad officers?
Right on. So I think there's several things to unpack in that. First, our police officers are operating 300 officers shy of what is necessary in order to police this city. If we want someone to answer and respond when we press 911, we need to consider how we solve for that issue and how we make sure that we have properly trained officers deployed across the city. The second part of that is about the bad apples. You can't have the fox watching the hen house. We know that, right? So it is about coming up with independent oversight committees or boards in order to be able to make sure that the community's voice is heard, but also that we can start to learn this process together. The problem is that there's a separation. When I came up, police officers, I knew who they were. Everybody knew who everybody was. There were rules to the streets. There were rules to the game. Now there are not. So we want to get back into a place where our police officers are back walking a beat, where they get to become pieces of the community. They understand the individuals that they're policing. They can be humanized. And at that point, we can all solve for the issue as opposed to being responsive to a problem.
Right. Well, I appreciate you getting that.
Chavez Stephanie says, we have so many facilities unused in our community to help run programs in our community for children. I have a nonprofit and I can't get support. That's Stephanie Chavez.
Ms. Chavez, that's a loaded statement, but I agree that there's a number of unused facilities that could be repurposed. But we can talk about it. It just depends on what the property is and how we want to get it done.
Before we get to more comments, I want to be able to ask you this before and give you plenty of ample time for it. The Project Marvel. This is the one question that's been across the board for all the candidates. It's been like on the forefront, with the Spurs and the entertainment coming to San Antonio, with the Final Four being here. I mean, it's just, what is your stance on Project Marvel? I know.
I bet there's been a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you about.
Everyone's got their it's interesting because I see a lot of people's points on both sides, but I know what I would like. I know what I would suggest, but at the same time, it's you guys.
You see him stretch. He's all ready for the question.
Yeah.
I know he's all like, oh, you know what? Let me get down to this one.
Yeah. So the reality of it is this: the Spurs is an organization that signs a lease agreement with the city. City builds them a building. They play in that until their lease is up, and then when it's over, there's concessions. And then they went to the county, which is their prerogative. Yeah. County built them a stadium. It looks the way that it looks, and now we're going to do it a third time. Now on the first one, Houston or Commerce Street was supposed to be the great connector to the east side. Sunset Station was supposed to be thriving. We were supposed to have businesses that were aligning those streets. Instead, we see the opposite. We see businesses shutting down. We see that the actual amount of foot traffic and or vehicular traffic in that area are not sufficient to support business growth. So they failed, and that's okay. I failed a lot. I have a lot of businesses, and most of them failed. So we got to be okay saying, hey, that entire business model failed. The Raiders, they didn't come, right?
Go ahead. Sorry.
The second one was the county. Then they were going to make Houston Street this vibrant, thriving, small business kind of experience. You go to the stadium, you watch the game, come out and spend your money. Second time, it didn't happen, right? So now I'm hearing the third time, and far be it from me. You fooled me once, right? You fooled me twice. Shame on you. There's too much that has been discussed behind closed doors that the people of San Antonio don't want to move forward because they don't understand. And so overwhelmingly, the voice of the community is, hey, stop. And it's because you're telling us what we want versus asking us what we want. And so, I'm a developer. Far be it for me to tell you that I don't want to see cranes in the sky from here until, I leave this earth. But the reality of it is that our growth has to be intentional, and it has to be considerate of the people that live in the communities that you want to create these thriving buildings. And we've not done it. We've not been good stewards historically. And so I think that there needs to be a lot more thought and consideration in moving forward with this Project Marvel. Wow. And you can't be threatened by, make this clear, you cannot be threatened by the Spurs. That cannot be the identity that we think is San Antonio solely. And I feel that far too often we get into this, the Spurs might leave. Man, I've never asked anybody to be with me that didn't want to be with me. The exit right there. Right? So, I don't play so I think that the game and the words that are used, I really do question who they're talking to in the community.
I really like what I'm hearing, Robert.
Like I said, I'm not a politician, and I'm not looking for anything other than to take advantage of what San Antonio has to offer our beautiful city.
It's interesting because had you not said that, and I would have thought, man, this guy talks really, like he's saying the truth. He's saying what a lot of folks are wanting to say.
Yes.
But then when you said that, I go, that makes sense. Because he's not a politician, and he's just going to speak it out and say what it is. And I get it. It's like with me, I don't know if it's my age, but I remember in my mid 30s, I'm like, man, we can't lose the Spurs. We ain't got no other team, and this is it, And I was like, but now I'm older. I'm like, Austin's not that far. You know what I mean? And I'd hate to lose them to Austin. I really would, but I see, and again, I'm all San Antonio. I bleed San Antonio, and I don't like Austin personally myself, but it's growing. You can't help the fact that it's growing, and they're making it what it is to be, to where I think every candidate, and I've said this to all the candidates, every one of you that is willing to make this city better is a winner in my book.
Right on.
And I think the fact that you guys are all coming in and y'all have different viewpoints, y'all have different stances, it's going to make a difference one way or another. I like what I'm hearing so far from all the candidates. I really do, because it seems that y'all are seeing something that a lot of other, like regular folks, the voters, are looking and saying, that's what I want to say. And again, you said it earlier, you know, hey, we got to hear these voices and speak for these voices that are out there. And I applaud you for that. So
I want to be clear. I'm not suggesting that I want the Spurs to go anywhere, man. You are the San Antonio Spurs, and we want.
We're going to X you out right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see the Spurs leave, but again, I'm like, you know,
what I'm saying is that we need to make better, thoughtful business decisions.
If they don't want to be with me,
but hey, I ain't never begged nobody to be my friend.
And it makes sense now that when you said I'm not a politician, I'm a
that's gotta be the line. That's gotta be the line. Look, ain't nobody want to be with me. There's the door right there, you know.
Exit left, man. It's just like the freeway. And I exit well too, so it's just, you know, I look, I know how to pull off just as easy. The pull off game is crazy.
Oh my God. Oh.
Let's see.
The
fact that I'm making you laugh is not you're making my heart jump.
I'll tell you what, I like a candidate with a personality. To me, that's me. I love it.
It says we have an ABA Texas Red Wolves ABA professional basketball team here in San Antonio. Pepe is an awesome sponsor. That's Stephanie. That she says that.
Yeah. That's Stephanie's team. Oh, but that's her actually a team.
Margaret Sandoval says hello from my daughter's dentist.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Margaret.
I hope it's not painful.
I know. Let's see. Let's see. I think I read that one. And then we read that one from the side. Let's see. Yep, I think we went.
So, I mean, I want to highlight some other things. You have
let everybody know. Let everybody know a little bit more
Austin River, AC River. They are the only MLS Next pro soccer academy here in the city. They are competing nationally. You have SAFC, who won the USL championship.
That's
we have a lot to celebrate, right? And I don't think we celebrate enough. We need to shine the light more on these teams here. Yeah. Like we need to really embrace the fact that we have some awesome programming centered around not just basketball, but soccer and a number of other activities that gets kids off the street.
Okay.
One question from Eric Vasquez. He says, as a developer, how can people trust you to have the best intentions in regards to just regular homeowners that are being pushed out of their house due to rising property taxes?
How can you trust me?
Yes.
Well, brother, I'm running. You're gonna have to trust me. But how you? I understood your question, but I had to tell you, I'm running. The trust is right here, baby. But the idea behind getting pushed out of your community is simply based on the rising cost of the new construction that's coming in, the new valuation, which raises their taxes and it raises yours. I'm not opposed to a tax freeze, and we come up with a blanket plan of action that allows for us to keep our aging population in their homes based on the years that they've been there, and we allow for them to benefit from being in the community for the last 30 years. They shouldn't get kicked out just because somebody built a $300,000 house next door and now they're forced to sell for $150,000. So the idea becomes, one, we have to bring financial literacy into our community. We have to help them understand what their assets are in this current marketplace and how they can take advantage of it. This is about participation, nothing more. Robert, and as a developer, brother, I'm the most trustworthy developer you ever meet.
You got to get going. We're getting out here. You have to head out. Before you go, let people know what is it you want them to know before as your last statement.
San Antonio is in the most amazing position to change the economic landscape forever. We currently have over $5 billion worth of projects taking place between the airport expansion, the Port San Antonio, the activities that are taking place with UTSA and its expansion into the downtown market. If we are able to follow and track the dollars and where they're spent, we have an opportunity to grow our entire small business community through intentionality. So that means you have to go to a buy local initiative. You have to have a buy local mandate. So if we're going to grow this city, we have to grow it with the businesses that are here and stop bringing in outside forces that are stepping and preventing growth from our local community.
Robert, thank you so much for taking the time.
Right
I know
on.
you're a busy
Pleasure.
person.
I want to stay on.
You're welcome anytime. You're welcome
I appreciate
anytime.
it. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Yes.
So I
Let me
just
grab
leave?
your mic really
All
quick, and then we'll go ahead and I know you got to get going, but thank you, Robert.
I'm
Appreciate
very
it.
grateful.
Take care.
Pleasure.
Robert Melvin, everybody. There he is, running for mayoral
Yeah.
candidate for the 2025 candidacy of Mayor of San Antonio, this great city. I heard a lot of what he had to say.
Yes.
We're going to talk more about it when we come back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. If you want the best movie experience, you have to go to City Based Cinema. It is my theater, and I want to invite each and every one of you to come on out. Not only they make you feel welcome, they treat you like family. Brad Smith and the crew really know how to do it right. If you want that state-of-the-art experience in a movie with the surround sound, you want to go to City Based Cinema. They got reclining chairs, right? I mean, you got a comfortable experience all the way through. Not to mention a full-on bar right when you walk in. As you're waiting for your movie, they got TVs so you can see a game or two. Also, they have a concession stand that you do not want to miss. It's like no other. They have your regular popcorn, nachos, and candy, but they also have barbacoa and Big Red, not to mention Takis, pizza, and corn dogs. So you want to make sure to get your snacks before, and a comfortable recliner and the state-of-the-art sound system. You are set. City-based cinema. Don't go for your first time experience. If you have never been there, go check it out. It's my theater, and now it's yours. All right, and we're back, everybody. We're here at Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, 12820 Jones Maltzberger. Come on down, be part of our live audience. We're only going to be here for a few more minutes, but I tell you right now, that was a great interview. He did a fantastic job. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders. He's got a remarkable story.
He's real.
He is real, yeah.
He is very real.
He's definitely real. And by the way, ladies, I just want to let you know he is married.
We didn't see a ring, and I was like, I didn't want to
he's
be
very married. He's very well. You know what?
17 years. He has children.
Very married, 2 children, right? It
Yes.
was two teenage girls, and but he was really down there. It was really cool.
Really is.
And so far, all the people that come on our show and have talked, I've really enjoyed each and every one of them.
Yeah.
And every one of them, I'm like, I like what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I can't vote for them, but I like what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
understand what their passion is.
Yeah,
where they
you can
are,
see
and
it right off the bat.
They're good candidates.
Producer, can you hand me my drink right there? Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now we have some guy coming in.
My producer said, "Why don't you call me Sweet Cheeks like you normally do?" Sweet Cheeks. Do you have a pet name for Brian?
That depends on how if I'm mad. If I'm mad, I'm like, you sweet onion. That's what I'm mad at him.
You big bear, you!
You sweet onion. No.
Well, what if you're not mad at him?
I'm like, oh, babe.
Babe, all right, that's good. Not like cuddle
Love.
cheeks or whatever.
No, I don't have anything
No?
like that.
Mm.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the money shot.
I feel like I have to
the
make a
foodie
point here.
shot. It's now called the foodie shot because, and I'm not going to explain
Yeah.
why we don't
Look
call
at her,
it the
don't
money
fake.
shot, but it's
We're
the foodie
educated.
shot is
Yeah.
what it's brand new. It's a new title. Valerie gave it, and we're going to follow through with it. It's the foodie shot. So let's go ahead and have Pepe bring in the foodie shot today.
And
What do we got here, Pepe?
How are you
Pepe
doing?
Tacos and Salsa.
We've got some chicken flautas,
Okay.
I love me some chicken flautas.
Yes.
and then
I'm a chicken freak.
some delicious gringas. Gringas,
Gringas.
it's steak with cheese. Bacon. Oh, this is some good
Some of my
stuff.
favorite stuff here. You don't understand me. I like me some gringas.
Are you still fasting?
No, I'm off my fast,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
good. I can taste some of
know
this
your
stuff.
journey about that.
Yeah,
Look at
this is really
that.
good. So this is the foodie shot, and I'm gonna let Rory go
Yes.
ahead and take a bite of that.
I'm gonna try the flautas
The
first.
flautas are the bomb. I like this
my
flautas.
goodness.
The flautas with the birria juice that he has. Man, I dip that stuff in there, and it's like, forget it. I'm over there going to town. I treat it. I get the meat out of the flauta, and I use it like a straw. Slip up that birria juice there. How is it? Not bad, huh? I mean, the rice is phenomenal itself. But me, the gringas, the other day I told you he had the enchiladas tejanas, but except those tejanas don't talk back. Those tejanas don't talk back. There you go.
I put too much in my mouth. It's a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat.
No.
It's a lot of meat in these salsas.
When you put bacon on top of beef and cheese,
Guys, I can't express enough how good the food is here.
Sweet cheeks, would you like one?
That is delicious.
Yeah. Wow, this is so good. Guys, you get a chance, come on down, 12820 Jones Maltz Burger. It has birria night tonight, 4 to 9.
4 to 9.
Also, if you're eating fish, he's got a really good fish plate, fish and shrimp.
Tilapia with a vegetable, chipotle
The
sauce.
chipotle sauce.
He makes
I would
himself.
have never thought about putting chipotle on fish ever in my life.
It's
But
actually
I've had that every Friday for the last 3 weekends. I've had it, or 2 weekends, and I've had man, this is it right here. And I dip that stuff in my rice, my beans. I mix it all together. It's like I might as well put it in the blender because I put it all that chipotle sauce. It's
And
so
these
good.
beans, oh my goodness! I always take these beans home. Like, can I have a truckload of these beans because they're delicious? Just the broth alone.
Rory, let's do a roll call really quick because I don't think we got a chance to answer some of those questions or see who's on there and what they said. Again, Robert Melvin, thank you to his team for coming out here and being part of our show. I love the fact that these candidates take time to partake in some of these podcasts. I mean, it's like a lot of people thought, whatever your stance is on.
Okay.
And a shout out to my buddy Roman here.
Yes.
Let me tell you, a shout out to my buddy Roman who made me laugh so hard yesterday.
He said, "Thank you."
It's not booty shot, it's foodie. Foodie shot, not booty shot. Foodie. Foodie, Roman. I told him money shot, and he goes, "Don't say that."
No.
Yeah, don't say that. He goes, "It's bad. It's like you got to say food shot or something like that because
it's only bad if you're thinking it's bad."
He's a cochino and he's thinking bad,
Okay,
So.
Kathleen Rains says, "Hello, my friend. Hello, my favorite peeps."
Who's that?
Kathleen Rains.
Oh, okay.
That's our buddy, remembers? She says, "Sweet cheeks."
Sweet
Jessica
cheeks.
Cepeda Ramirez says, "Hi, sweet cheeks. Now you're going to be sweet cheeks." And then she says, Roman Garcia says, "Thank you for changing the name." Kathleen Rain says, "I'm hungry." Well, come down here. Come down here.
12820,
Yes.
Maltz Burger.
Let's see. Roman says, "Did you say booty shot?" None. Worse. And that's even worse. You need a
Pepe, it's birria night tonight,
clear
right?
your
4 to
mind
9?
out, yeah.
Birria night, 4 to 9. Roman, I know you were talking about coming down to the birria night. Bro,
We have a lot of people watching.
it's so good.
We have a lot of people just watching. Oh, she's tagging people. Oh, thank you for tagging people and sharing our
I love it.
dresses. Yeah,
You guys got to come down here.
She's
Huh?
awesome.
Can I get in there?
Yeah,
Yes,
come on
of
over.
course.
Come on, Pepe.
No, babe. Let me scoot over here. Oops.
Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, everybody. The
Let me
owner of Pepe's
scoot
Tacos
over.
and Salsa.
You got stuck with the other one.
Yeah, I did.
And Rory Ann Smith. Come on in, Pepe. What's going on?
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good,
Just
good.
wanted to give you an update. Summer's coming along. It's getting hot out there. So we'll be making fresh fruit cups.
Oh.
Okay, something nice on the weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And in 2 weeks, we're gonna start doing paletas.
All
Fresh
right.
fruit paletas.
You're making
It's-
them your
it's-
own. Your
It's going to be really, really good. And yeah, tonight we have the birria. Birria, it's delicious. We have birria quesadillas. We have the flautas, the mini tacos, the Roman birria. So y'all come by, try it out. See what y'all think. Cleto, as always, thank you for everything y'all do.
Thank you, sir.
Rory, thank you for
Appreciate it.
everything. And you know what? I was getting excited on Monday that I was like, man, I'm not gonna have to hire this guy. He's quitting on his own. You know, he's
April Fools, yeah.
on his April Fool's thing. You're like, oh, he's doing me a favor. I'm gonna have to fire him. No, Cleto, you know I love you.
Oh man, Pepe, he is our longest lasting and our biggest supporter on this show. And I mean that when I say
He's
home of the
family.
Where's Klepto show, because he has been here. I mean, when I was on the news, that's more than 5 years ago. That's more like 6 years ago, something like that. When I was coming over here, because I was toward the last 2 years of the Where's Klepto show that I was starting to come out here and do stuff with Pepe, that I found Pepe. And ever since then, I've been here. They was like, get out of here already.
Yeah, I was your first. This is the first sponsor. Yeah.
First sponsor, and he's been with us the longest. And again, a special place in my heart. I mean, I really don't care what Rory says about him. He's okay with me.
I love it.
But
I
the
love
food
it.
here, guys, is phenomenal. And I just had the other day matter of fact, this morning I had the pancakes.
Ooh.
I was talking
They
about.
look
Remember, we were
beautiful.
talking about pancakes. You went to the event with the pancakes.
Yes.
And I said, have you had Pepe's pancakes? Because
Yes.
these pancakes, I don't even think Pepe knows these pancakes are so good. Because I've had the Magnolia pancakes, I've had IHOP pancakes, I had Pepe's pancakes, and man, I don't know what kind of buttermilk or milk butter, whatever. It's like,
Wow.
man, it's so good butter. And I put the syrup, and I'm like, oh man. And I told my wife, and my wife had the pancakes today. And we both were there chowing down on the pancakes. When you saw us when we got here.
I did, but I was hoping that there were.
But-
That's not yours.
But not only did I have the pancakes, but you know me, Pepe, I had to have the Philly cheesesteak. The Philly cheesesteak taco. I had that. Boy, that went down smooth. Like a fine wine. Let me tell you. The Philly cheesesteak taco, guys, is the creation that Pepe had. He put the Philly cheesesteak in a tortilla, and it's been heaven ever since. I'm telling you, come try that Philly cheese. Roman, that's the one I was telling you about. You got to come try it when you come for the birria, because then he was talking about coming to the birria night.
Okay, all right.
So Roman, you got to come down for the birria night, because I explain to people what birria is, because I was trying to explain the other day, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, the birria, we make it with beef. Some places make it with goat, stuff like that, but that has strong flavor to it. So we're doing beef birria. And what gives it the flavor, it's really the dry chiles. We use about 5 different dry chiles. So we cook the meat with the chiles, and we make the broth out of that. The broth, you can have it as a soup with the meat.
Oh, it's like an au jus kind of.
Yeah, the meat just shreds. You know, it's just real tender. And with that meat, we also use it for the flautas, for the quesadillas, for the mini taquitos, or just have it as a soup. So that's what it is. It's not spicy, has a great flavor to it. So that's how we make the birria.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, guys. Make sure you come on down. And from 4 to 9, you can have some birria and the birria street tacos. I had that last time on top of the flautas with the birria sauce. And oh my gosh, that stuff. I mean, you can drink that sauce by itself, and it's not spicy. It's just perfect.
Yes,
it's
not spicy.
just perfect. And I think it was Lydia I was telling you about the birria. And then later on that evening, I was telling Roman about it. And have you ever had birria?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
People want to
She's
know
all,
if
have I had birria? I married him. Anyway.
People want to know if this place has a DoorDash delivery for your.
We're working on that.
You're working on
We're
that.
working on that.
Okay.
Our menu is so big that they can only fit so many things.
But we have drive-through, so you can come
Yes,
on here. They have
we
drive-through.
do have a drive-through.
And it's really close to the highway. It's not like you have to drive really far.
Look, if you're like
Really
me
close.
and you look at a restaurant and you say, man, there's nobody there, I don't trust it. This place, that drive-through is always packed. There's cars in here because it's good food. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. So if you get a chance, come on down here, 12820 Jones Mills Burger. I mean, there's places we go see and it's empty. We're like, we ain't going in there.
We
What
need
is
to
this?
try
Fritz fish fry? I'm not going in there.
Eric Velasquez says you should make a Cleto paleta called "Where's My Paleta" and just be the stick.
That's a good one. I'm sorry, Cleto. That's a good one. He got you there.
Let's see.
Everybody's a
Says,
comedian,
you had,
Eric.
you had the pancakes this morning, bro. It's still morning.
Well, guys, I gotta get out of here. Let y'all do what y'all do best.
Pepe.
Entertain.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Pepe.
Thank y'all for
Appreciate
everything y'all do.
Pepe's Tacos and Salsa, everybody. Yeah.
Kathleen
That's what
Rain
I'm talking
says,
about.
yes, I agree with Yvette. I love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. I like this outfit too.
Yvette, my sister?
No, my cousin.
Oh, okay.
My cousin. She said it earlier. Hey,
Babe,
Cleto,
is
love-
the camera, can we move it?
Let's see. Kathleen Rain says, oh, Cleto Rodriguez, I love wine. You need to do a review on wine. LMOs. Let's see. Stephanie Chavez says again, that's mine and Joe's favorite.
Okay.
It says, Kathleen says, Roman, you keep saying that. And it says, LOL. Okay, let's see. They're talking to each other.
Oh, okay, so
we love our fans, don't we?
we do love our fans. We love when they go ahead and talk without
Yeah,
us.
it's like okay. That would be cool to have like our audience and we just ask them questions, or especially the people that watch us
I know.
like a lot. That would be really nice. That would be really.
So
nice.
we definitely got to get a new segment called Rory's World, where we got to go ahead and showcase Rory out and about and just doing her thing. And she's living another life that we just wish we all had.
Oh, that's not true.
So in the meantime, it's time for that. It's Friday, guys. It's the end of the week, and we made it. And now it's time to move on forward and hit the weekend hard. And it's time for final thought. So what's your final thought,
My
Rory?
final thought is I was telling you earlier that I was able to spend some time yesterday with my mom and my aunts and my great aunts, which that's like, 3 generations right there, 3 generations. And to get together and talk and just sit with our elderly family members, they just want to be heard. They just want to, even if they have nothing to say, or just your time and your dedication to be with them and just them, you have to take advantage of that. And that's my final thought.
And that's a great one. I mean, my final thought is, I have, as we're coming to, as Easter's around the corner and we're, it's going through, like, I guess some would call it Holy Month. A lot of people got their sacrifice for Lent and so on. They're doing their sacrifices and stuff. You can't take your eye off the ball, meaning what is the purpose of all of this? Mm-hmm. And the purpose for me is the fact that, your relationship, with God and of course the season of Christ, and so on. For me, it was a rough week for me, although it started out pretty interesting because I got to reunite with one of my friends from the past, and that was really cool. And
who is that?
Huh?
Who is that?
Oh, it's a friend of mine. I don't want to embarrass her. So a friend of mine from back in the day. And
I was gonna say prison. What are you?
No, not prison. No, not prison. No, she was a friend of mine from back in the day, and we kind of reunited, and that was a highlight for me. But then April Fool's was there. It was kind of all that stuff. And,
yes.
But it was, just there's certain things that you're going through in life, that sometimes life hits you hard, and whether it be finances or your marriage or your relationships or jobs or whatever it is, you get hit hard and you want to throw in the towel. All I can say is that, as hard as it gets, you just got to lean on him even more so. Exactly. And that for me has been, Christ, and that's what I do. And with the season around the corner, just, the sacrifice that he did for all of us, it's just one of the things that is just near and dear to me. And I just want you to know that if you're going through something right now, just know you're not alone. Just know that you can always lean on him, call on him, and he's always going to be there. So, it doesn't have to be on Easter or Christmas. It could be any time. So for me, that's the best advice I can give you on the final thought heading over to the weekend is that if you're going through something,
it's a season.
There it is. It's even if you don't get the encouragement you're looking for, he still loves you. That's all I can say.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's what I keep telling myself. It ain't, it ain't the everyday Joe. It's what his opinion counts. Yeah. So again, guys, for me, it's been working, and just want to share that with y'all. So have a great one. God bless y'all. Take care. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good weekend.